Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy 2. Last time, we did everything we could in World 1 and we got ourselves a Grand Star. Once getting the Grand Star, we unlocked World 2 of the game, so, without any further ado, let's go ahead and make our way to the first galaxy here in World 2, Puzzle Plank Galaxy. Now this galaxy is probably one of my favorite themes in Galaxy 2. I'm not too big of a fan of country music, but I just really like this song, and as you can already tell by what I said, it does have some country music themes in it, so if you're not a fan of that music, well, you might not like this one, but I don't know. I really like it, and I hear this song remixed in a couple YouTube videos, so I'm not the only one who thinks highly of this song. To be fair, I always hear Galaxy music, whether it be from the first or second game, in a lot of different YouTube videos, so a lot of people just love these soundtracks, and for good reason. They're really good songs in these soundtracks. But this level tries to teach you how to do the ground pound, so we're not going to be learning how to do it because we already know how to do it, obviously. We've been doing it a lot in our adventure. Just basically when you jump, you press the Z button while in midair and you can go ahead and just pound down the ground. And I already talked about how the homing ground pound works, where if you pound down after you do a spin attack, then you'll home in on the enemy, which makes the ground pound even more useful. And it can one-shot these wigglers as well, which is a new enemy we haven't seen in the game just yet, but they're a classic to the Mario series. So in order to kill them, you have to ground pound them. And if you can't kill them from ground pound, you have to pound near them just to flip them over. But we want to go ahead and hit all these pegs here, but I want to hit this one here in the top left. And listen to the song that plays from these music notes. If that song sounds familiar, that's because it is. That was actually the level music you would hear in Super Mario World, actually. That was one of the themes that you would hear like right in the beginning of the game, so we have music here that's ripped from other Mario games that we're going to be seeing once in a while with those music notes. And it makes it different from the music notes that you would have seen in Super Mario Galaxy 1, because there's a lot of nice nods to other Mario games, and I really like that. So if the camera could swap around, that'd be great. Right here we have ourselves a Hungry Luma, and he wants a good amount of coins, 70. We only have 14, and we just ran into this guy, so yeah, we're going to be needing to just look around for a lot of coinage. So whatever we can do, we can go ahead and just grab our coins. Are you serious? I don't like these Octogoombas much. They're one of my least favorite enemies in the Galaxy games because they always seem to hit you. Like, they have the best aim in the world. It's ridiculous. I want to go ahead and collect these coins here, and now that we have 20, let's head down this warp pipe, because down here we'll have a great chance to earn more than enough coins to feed that Hungry Luma. So as you can see, there's 3 coins per block here, so if we collect all these, then we'll have enough coins to activate that Hungry Luma's planet. So just want to go ahead in a little circle here, and oh no, we're only 2 coins away. Wow, I honestly thought that was going to be enough. But now we need to salvage 2 more coins from this planet somewhere. If we don't get 2 more, then we're screwed. But luckily, they're right there in the bush. How convenient. Got ourselves some bush money. That sounds really weird out of context, I just realized that. Let's just give him more coins and shut him up. So now that we've fed these coins to him, hopefully he doesn't get lead poisoning from all the money, and he'll transform into a planet. And this planetoid, you might actually recognize if you played the first Galaxy game. If it looks very familiar, that's because this is actually one of the planetoids in one of the first galaxies in Super Mario Galaxy. This was from Honey Hive Galaxy, if I'm not mistaken. And this planetoid here housed a boss in the first Galaxy game. Well, this planetoid also houses a boss here in this Galaxy game, and it's the same one from Super Mario Galaxy 1. It's this giant flying bug enemy here. What we need to do here is we need to pound him on the top, so his weak point is right on his shell. And doing so, we can go ahead and just do massive amount of damage to him, but unfortunately, the hard part is actually hitting him. This boss moves around quite a lot, and the thing is, homing ground pound's really useful to get him, but it's also not easy to pull off because your clouds also count as one of the homing points, so if you're not careful, you'll actually do a homing ground pound on your cloud instead of this giant beetle. Alright, so there we go. We got one more hit left, and we need to be careful. Since we're using Cloud Mario here and there's plenty of water around, it's very easy for you to lose your Cloud Mario power, so you just have to be very mindful of that. But for the final hit, I usually like doing the homing ground pound if I can, because that usually gives me a better chance to hit him. Unfortunately though, this flying beetle doesn't really give you much of an opening regardless, because during his final hit, he's going to be flying around quite a lot. And he's going to be also flying left and right and turning himself all around. That way you won't be able to hit his back. Luckily for us though, that doesn't really matter because he's dead. So, there you go. I find this boss fight to be a little bit more difficult in Galaxy 2 compared to the first one. Even though the Cloud power-up's a little bit easier to manage than the B power-up was for this fight in Galaxy 1, at the same time, with the B power-up, it was a little bit easier to get to the boss right away. With the Cloud, if you run out of those clouds, you gotta go and find a new power-up to refill your clouds, obviously. And if you step in water once, they all go away. Same for the B, though, in Galaxy 1, so the water was still kind of a problem there. I don't know, I just find the Galaxy 2 version of him just to be a little bit more difficult. Hey, looks like there's a few changes to the world map. Let's check it out. That Toad came back with you, right? He sure loves delivering mail. Go ahead and humor him. Maybe he's got something for you. I like how Lubba just told us to check out the world map and immediately got distracted from a mail toad. So let's go ahead and talk to him, shall we? Hey Mario, I decided to start up a delivery mail. And my first letter is for you.
Dear Mario.
Mario, I'm very far away right now, but I'm okay. I know you would come to save me. P.S. I attached something to this letter. I hope it will be useful. Peach. Princess Peach included a one-up mushroom in her letter. Aw, even when she's kidnapped, the princess is so thoughtful. Well, come see me next time there's a mail delivery. So my question is, how is Peach writing letters to us when she's kidnapped? And more importantly, who's actually delivering the mail? She's trapped in a galaxy far, far away. So, explain that one. So this is the Grand World Map. With the power of the Grand Star, we can travel great distances across space and time. Now we can travel to another world whenever you're ready, Captain. So this is just an easy way to jump between worlds in the game. So if you come out to the world map, you can go ahead and go out even further than just the levels in the world if you hit zoom out. So we can easily come back here to the beginning in World 1, and we can go ahead and jump to World 2 immediately and be back in the beginning of this world too. So that's what makes the world map a lot more convenient than the hub world system in Mario Galaxy 1. It's more streamlined for that reason. There's more exploration to have in the Comet Observatory and Super Mario Galaxy, but at the same time, it took you a lot longer to jump between galaxy to galaxy. So this just makes it a little bit more streamlined, just to be able to zoom in on the world map and then just jump right to your level. It goes back to more of a classic approach to the Mario games, now thinking about it, since the old games pretty much did that too. But now that we're back in Puzzle Plank Galaxy, let's just go ahead and get the star we were supposed to get here the first time. So, right here, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to ground pound those 3 pegs on the other side of the planet. As you can see down there, they're pretty big, and when you ground pound those, they get bigger over here. But if you can cheat the system a little bit by just doing a backflip, doing a spin jump, and just spinning near the launch star, you could just take the launch star. Like, you don't even need to do anything. You could just easily go without having to ground pound those platforms and just kind of skip all that, which is very convenient. So there's a little bit of a speed running trick if you wanted to run through this level fast. All you gotta do is just get to that launch star. Any means necessary. And that's what I like about the Mario Galaxy games. There's just so much you can do because of your spin. You can gain so much height from it, while at the same time the gravity mechanic in the game just allows you to do so much too. So that's what I really like about the Galaxy series in general. And if you gotta ask me which Galaxy game I prefer more, because that's a big question for Galaxy fans, is Galaxy 1 or 2 better? If you ask me, I don't really have a clear-cut answer to you, because I really like both of them. I prefer the first game a little bit more, but if I have to pick one or the other to only play, it'd be hard because both Galaxy games are phenomenal games. They're just really good in their own ways, and they have their own strengths and weaknesses, in my honest opinion. So I come back to Galaxy 2 once in a while though, and I play this one over Galaxy 1 just because it's a little bit shorter in that regard. Like, it's easier to pick up and play. But at the same time, Galaxy 1 has a better story. So, like I said, each game has their own strengths and weaknesses, in my opinion. Enough about comparing the two Galaxy games. Let's go ahead and talk about what's going on screen here. So we got a little bit of a puzzle, quote unquote. You just have to pound these wooden blocks into place, form the picture. When you do, the boss fight appears. And once again, this is a very familiar boss because this is the same boss that was in Honey Hive Galaxy too. So all you have to do with these guys is you just need to ground pound them, and that's all that is. Just ground pound both the little guy and the big guy, and when you do so, a power star will pop out of them. Simple as that. Honestly, the boss from our Hungry Luma friend was harder than those bosses, so yeah, that's a pretty big difference. And you have to earn that boss fight for the Hungry Luma, because there's so many coins you need to collect. But we got another common medal, got another power star, and I do believe that's everything we can do in Puzzle Plank. We'll go ahead and just double check just to make sure. So if we check here, it's all complete. So now, let's go ahead and move on. So we have an option of either doing Hightail Falls, or we can do this galaxy up here, the Boulder Bowl Galaxy. And I'm going to go ahead and do this one, because in this galaxy, we're going to be introduced to a new power-up. And at the same time, it's a really fun galaxy to play through because of the new power. So let's go ahead and jump into our star, Rock and Rollodillo. So right there, you can already see our new power, and it's right in the very beginning of the level. We have a rock mushroom of some kind, and I wouldn't want to eat that thing because it's made of solid rock. Just imagine biting your teeth into that thing. You're going to break a couple teeth just the moment you touch it. So in order to free it, we need to go ahead and kill these 3 little Octogoombas here. They're different color, but they're the same strength as the ones we would normally run into. So it's just a cosmetic difference. But let's go ahead and grab our new power-up. This is Rock Mario. Go ahead and shake the Wii remote, and then you become a rock and roll around. And what's really convenient about the rock is not only is it really fast, and also he's in a lot of movies, but you also can break apart different things too, because this rock is so powerful. So we'll be able to break things like that crystal we just seen, these rocks around the level, break down bridges. There's a lot of different things the rock power can do, and I really like it for that reason. You can also jump in the rock form too, so while you're moving, you have control of Mario left and right. He'll always be moving forward, but you can go ahead and jump with Rock Mario. And doing so, you'll be able to jump across large distances as well. And you'll be required to do that at some points in the game too. Right here, let's go bowling. And there we go, got a strike. Doesn't really do anything, but we did it. Makes me feel good. So here, we need to kill all these Octogoombas. Again, just like these yellow and green Octogoombas, these ones are the same, except now they're colored differently. And I don't remember if you spin these guys, if you do more damage or not. Let me find out real quick. So I'm going to purposely take a hit. Thank you. So yeah, these ones are a little bit weaker, but they still do the same thing. So you can spin attack them and they'll die in one shot, or you know, one of them can stand in front of a boulder and get run over. That was a really dumb Octogoomba. See if I can get his coin. Hey, I got it. This one's trying to hide behind a rock. I mean, he's doing a good job because I'm kind of getting hurt here. And he's living, which I don't know how. Dead now, so it doesn't matter. Really? Okay, sometimes it doesn't look like I'm close enough to things, but that rock, for Rock Mario, it has a pretty big hitbox, so sometimes you might feel like you're not going to hit something, and yet you will anyways. I don't know, it just kind of feels a little weird in that regard, but I mean, it makes sense. I am a giant rock after all, so my hitbox is, of course, going to get bigger. So let's just go ahead and jump into our launch star now. And when you jump into the launch star, you lose your rock power, just like you did with the spin drill, so just keep that in mind. You'll have to get a new one once you get to your new planet. If you need health, shoot a star at one of those shiny spots on the ground. A coin will pop out that restores some of your life. So if we go ahead and shoot one of these, converts to a coin. And we've been seeing these little golden spots on the ground for a little bit, because we've seen these actually before in boss fights. So this is not the first time we've seen one of these. Oh man, I missed my target. Oh. After a while, you do break out your rock, so that is convenient for me to show that. So it's not endless, so keep that in mind. But we go ahead and hit our checkpoint here, And we got ourselves the Luma shop, so we can go ahead and trade some star bits for one of these 2 items. As always, I'll be buying a life shroom here, because I don't really need the lives, and if I do, I'm not going to want to pay 30 star bits for one of those lives. They're pretty easy to come by in Mario Galaxy, both 1 and 2. So grab our life shroom, because when we see one of those salesmen, we know that there's a boss fight coming up, and right here is no exception. So we land here on this metallic planet, and we got a blue hedgehog. Gee, wonder what this is a reference to. So what we need to do to fight this blue hedgehog is we need to use the rock power, and using this, we need to attack his rear end, which can be a little bit tricky to aim for, especially because we're on a spherical planet with the camera moving around a lot. But one of the best things to do is just get behind him when he's running forward, and then use your rock form from there. But he will start attacking you by rolling around himself, so be careful of that. Just don't fall for a spin dash. But once he's done spin dashing, he'll be vulnerable, so take advantage of that. He also will get out of his spin dash after you hit him a couple times too, so he gets smart. Not smart enough though, because he never stays in his spike form. If he never got out of his shell, then we would win this fight no problem. But because he gets out of his shell at one point, that one time he does it, that's enough. That's enough for us just to ram him in the butt, and he's dead. This boss is different from other bosses because it takes 4 hits to kill him. He's so special. He's got to be having that number 4 instead of 3. But he's down, so let's just go ahead and collect our star. And there we go. That's our first level here in Boulder Galaxy. I do believe I just said the name right. See, it's hard for me to remember all the names of the galaxies because they all have very creative names, and I do like that about the levels in the game. Both 1 and 2, both Galaxy games have really good names. Oh, it's Boulder Bowl Galaxy. I was close. I got Boulder right. And it looks like we unlocked another path to move on, so we can do more galaxies if we wanted to, but you know me, gonna explore as much as I can with the ones we have unlocked now. You seen they were brought back what? A rock, huh? Yeah, good work there, pal. I guess. Well, looks like we got room for it, so I don't mind having it around. I mean, why not? We'll just have a random rock in the room. It doesn't matter. Oh, would you look at that? We got a letter from Toad. Hey, would you look who it is? It's our friend Chimp. It's an invitation, too. Hey, remember me? I got a new game over in the Fluttery Bluff Galaxy. Come on by and we'll do the whole introduction thing. I want to see what kind of game skills you got. The Chimp. Come see me next time there's a mail delivery. So we were told by that Chimp that once he has a challenge for us, he'll contact us later, which is what he's doing now. So we can head our way back to World 1 and take on his challenge, but I think we'll be doing that next time. So with that said, next time on Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy 2, we'll go back to World 1 and see what kind of challenge the Chimp has for us to do. I'll see you guys next time.